Hi guys, I know I haven't posted on YouTube in a little while. This video is actually a video from Patreon, and I'll be posting some more videos on YouTube soon. I wanted to also mention that I have reopened personal readings or a request form, which is in the description box if anyone's interested, as well as the link to my Patreon. I love you all. I hope to post more frequently very soon. Welcome back, and if you're new to Patreon, welcome. I hope you're all doing well. This video is all about the energy of this time period related to Jupiter transiting Aries. I talked about this a little bit on my YouTube channel, but I thought I would share some more because I think the energy of this time period is filled with opportunity. So Jupiter transiting Aries is from now until about the end of October. Jupiter is like an energy that stores merits or stores all the positive potentials, positive actions such as positive thoughts, words, or deeds, even desires for positive change. Even your struggles or difficulties that you've experienced in the past, those negatives are flipped into positive merits. Nothing is lost, everything is transformed. It's an inner alchemy and an inner transmutation. That's why Jupiter represents justice and upholding the Dharma, or divine order, which is why Jupiter also connects to peaceful interactions, peaceful relationships. Higher wisdom, higher knowledge is straightforward and free of all fear, free of all opposition and separation. The energy of Jupiter is like connecting to your innermost self, where there's no confusion, only honest wisdom, peace, and joy. That's what allows you to live from the heart and really experience a sense of connection and gratitude. And Jupiter transit Aries is like an opportunity to activate all those stored merits and receive blessings for yourself and for others. All the pure desires and pure intentions of your higher self, what your higher self has planned for you in your life, are like the potentials that you can activate by your thought, word, or action. And if you've listened to the messages I've posted about blessing confirmations, and if those have resonated with you, the energy of this time period may be connected to a blessing or confirmation of a blessing, and that may be connected to how you utilize the energy of this time period. Although I think the blessing is something that's predetermined, it's something that is connected to your higher self and is inviolable, meaning it cannot be interfered with or voided, but the timing may be based on your alignment. And alignment may be based on activating those potentials by your thought, word, or action. It may even be a potential idea or desire that another can activate for you. So you never know how these changes can come about. God acts through all people and all of creation. Every action you initiate mentally, in thought, or physically is initiating some action in the unseen to transform your world or to create some kind of effect in your experience. And I think the energy of this time period is really powerful for transformation and for creation through using your words, such as like prayer, affirmation. There may seem to be an added power to spoken word or sound that you hear. And Jupiter relates to the ether, space, and the more subtle elements of thought and sound that we act upon, or the more subtle elements that thought and sound act upon. So this could be a powerful time of activating merits that you've accumulated by words or sound and then receiving those blessings. Jupiter is also associated with the husband archetype, or the masculine principle that upholds, gives support, provides, gives wisdom, and uplifts. So Jupiter symbolizes the inner marriage with the divine within you. and symbolizes divine rule over human rule. It's the divinity within you that has authority over limitations and past conditions. Jupiter relates to the purification and transmutation that takes place within. The abundance, the wisdom, the joy, and the peace that come from this purification are because the negative influences have been cleansed from the subconscious or the unconscious. So those negative seeds get uprooted or transmuted. Every time you're doing an affirmation, a prayer, or a kind act, you're accumulating merit, and that can be activated in some time or in some way. Someone else can also plant seeds of blessings and activate those seeds by their thought, their words, or their voice. Music, singing, and mantra can be a really powerful way to create change around this time. Jupiter also represents grace and unmerited blessings, meaning blessings because of your request and your desire. Jupiter represents a symbolic meaning of the return of Christ, the return of the light, and justice, as in the inner correction of the soul being complete. And because that inner correction of the soul has taken place, it's now allowing greater divine light to be embodied and expressed. The body, the mind, and the soul are prepared through the inner correcting, and then the Christ or the inner light can dwell within, which is the inner marriage, and that relates to Jupiter because it's through this marriage and union that the divine order and divine rule is upheld from within. It's the Great Seal. It's also symbolic of kind of cleansing the persona or the limiting conditioned consciousness. Some may call that the ego. Jupiter represents travel, so it's influence and space, as in enlargement and expansion of your awareness, also with connections and interactions. There may be an increased interest in space and things related to space in the sky, like using what is known to benefit others or the world in some way. Jupiter transit Aries can seem to create spontaneous healings, especially healings that relate to the mind and the mind-body connection. There may be an increased motivation to improve or an increased desire to do more good. There may be more of an interest in spiritual development, as well as finding balance between the inner and the outer experience. That's what the divine order represents, or that law of justice within. It's that balance between the inner and the outer. This can be a time where it seems like a whole new world is opening up, like more of the universe is becoming available. This may be related to your experience, wisdom, social status, your attitude about life, or connections. It's all about activating these potentials, and this is done by recognizing them and identifying with them. So it really is a powerful time for setting intentions and then acting on those intentions through things like prayer or affirmations. If you stick with some kind of daily practice, I'm sure you'll see change in your life pretty quickly. And what you start, develop, and stick with now can have a great effect on your future. I hope this resonated with you guys, and I'll be posting another video shortly. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.